Hello, engineering students. Here we are with exercise 5-12. Some of these newer exercises are from my textbook from college, and some of you have picked some of these exercises for us to work on. This one is a good example of learning how to use angles in your technical drawings. You'll see this says 30 degrees, 45 degrees, and 45 degrees. Some of you know how to do this. Some of you, this might be new. So if you need this video lesson, watch and learn and create the part with me. Otherwise, if you think you can do it, then just use the technical drawing that I've provided to work on this model. You'll notice on my technical drawing, I did not need, you don't need the top view for this part. Actually, you can use all of the front and side view technical drawing dimensions to create this part. So let's have Autodesk Inventor open and ready to create this part. So let me just start a new part, and this is all in inches, so you shouldn't have to change anything, but it's always a good habit to go into tools and document settings and make sure your units are set to the proper units. Okay, in 3D model, I'm going to click Start 2D Sketch. And I'm going to click on the YZ plane for this one. I'm going to start by drawing a rectangle. Tap Escape a couple times, and then I'll dimension it. So the bottom line dimension is going to be 2.24. Oops. 2.24 inches. Click that right side so I can see my whole part. And the height dimension is just 2. And then I'm going to draw an angled line like that across the part. So how did I do that so quickly? I just clicked the line, click, click, tapped escape, and that's how I got my line. Then I'm going to tap X on the keyboard or click trim. I'm going to trim that top part of the line and leave this one long for now. Then I click dimension and click on the point of that line and the side line here, and that dimension is 0.5. Now, if your line wasn't long enough, it might be inside of the rectangle here. If it is, then click extend and extend that line so it passes or touches this line here, because we need to trim this in a moment. We're not going to trim it yet. We need to actually make the angle correct. So to get the correct angle, click dimension, click the top line, and then click that angled line, and you'll see that it turns into an angled dimension. Click one more time, and for this angle, that is 45 degrees. Type 45 and press enter. And again, if your line is like in the part, that's not good. What you want to do is click extend and extend that line so it touches this line. Once you have these dimensions, you don't need to trim or remove anything. Click Finish Sketch. Click your home on your view cube. Zoom out just a little bit. Click Extrude. Click that surface. We're going to extrude in this direction. Highlight your distance, and your distance for your extrusion is 3.78. Click OK. Now you have the basic shape of the model. This is actually a tool holder that is used to hold tools. I'm not exactly what type of tools. This is something a machinist might use to help them cut material or hold a tool so that they can use it. Okay, we're going to use the view cube to find the back of the model, and we're going to right click new sketch on the back there. Click on back. Click on project geometry and click on that whole surface so that we get those projected edges. The back gets 2 extrusions. We're going to do that in one sketch, and this one gets a little tricky. So again, we're going to draw one line angled like that, and then we're going to do that again. We're going to click and draw another angled line. Okay. And then we're going to draw a horizontal line like this. Alright, so once you have those 3 lines, we're going to click trim and trim the top 2 lines here like that. Then click dimension and click this line here, and then the point of that line, the angled line. Oops. Let's try again. Click, click, and that dimension is going to be 0.74. Enter. The dimension between the 2 points here is going to be 1.12. Okay, we're at a good point here. And then this dimension from the horizontal line to the top, that is 0.74. Okay. These angled lines, they have a specific degree that they need to go to. So click the top line, then click this angled line, and click one more time. That should be 45 degrees. Now, again, if you drew a short line and it's inside of your part, don't fret. Click extend and extend it so it touches that line. Click dimension again, click the top line, click the angled line, and this dimension, or this degreed line is at 30 degrees. And I believe that's a good point where we can finish the sketch. So click, well, before you click finish sketch, make sure that this line is past these lines. Click finish sketch, and then click extrude. Find the 2 shapes that are made using those lines, and we're going to click cut and through all and click OK. Then click your home button, and there's the top parts of the model cut away. Let's find the bottom. So click on the bottom and right click new sketch. I don't like the way that turned, so I'm going to use the view cube to turn it one more time like this. So look at your view cube. Your view cube should look like mine. It should say bottom but upside down. Okay, see, like that. Click on project geometry, click on that surface, and click rectangle. We're going to do the first cutout. We're going to do the cutouts, the extrude cutouts in one sketch. We're going to do each cutout one at a time. So the top right corner should snap to it, and your dimension on that left side, the highlighted one that's in blue right here, that is going to be 0.76 tab, and that's going to be 1. Let me zoom in. So 0.76 and 1. And then click rectangle again. Find that top line and let it snap to it. Okay, the bottom dimension is 1.14. Tab over. That's going to be 0.54. Press enter. Then click dimension. Click the side, click that side, and the distance between that rectangle and the side is 1. Finish sketch. Click extrude. Click those 2 shapes you just made. Click extrude cut through all. Click OK. Then click your home button, and we are almost done making the 3D model. If you haven't done so, click the save button. Type exercise or EX 5-12. I'm just gonna put like an underscore because this is the second time I'm making mine. Save. Make sure you write your name in the file name also. And then on this right side, right click, new sketch. And we're gonna use the point to make a hole. So click point. Actually, project geometry first, then click point. Okay, don't let your point snap to any of these lines. You see how it's, I don't know if you can see it on your screen, but there's these little dotted lines that pop up. Don't let it snap to that. Find a spot where there's no other extra lines and let it, and then click one time for your point to get set in there. Then click dimension, click the point, click the bottom line, click off to the right side, and that dimension is 0.62. Then click the point again, click the side, click past the bottom, and that dimension is going to be 0.76. then click Finish Sketch, then click Hole, and your hole dimensions should match mine. So your hole should be simple hole, your seat should be none, the termination is clicked, the direction is default, the drill point is flat, the distance, the hole depth is 1.25, and the diameter is 0.625. Okay, so if you need to pause and do that, take a moment to do that. Click OK. Our part is almost done. Go to File, iProperties, Summary, change the author to your name, change the title to Exercise 5-12, then go to Physical tab, change the material to aluminum 6061. While you're in this menu, go ahead and copy the density, click Apply, and Close. Okay. Then go to your home. In your home, you should already see your custom template somewhere. If you don't, then you need to go to Open and find your custom template. Mine is right here, so I'm going to double click mine and wait for that to open. And then I want you to get in the habit of going to File, Save As, make sure it's Save As, and changing that file name immediately to the part number. So this is Exercise 5-12. I'm going to put the underscore again, but make sure your name is actually there so it's easier for you to find your files. Click Save. Might take a moment like it does with mine. Still waiting. Okay, I think I can start placing stuff. Now, good. Click on Base, and it didn't find my part right away, so I'm just going to click on this file, and then click on Exercise 5-12 right here. I'm going to uncheck, well, I want it to be, I don't know why it's showing up shaded. The scale is going to be 1, 1, here, and here. And then just place the isometric right in the top right. We'll take care of that in a moment. Okay, click OK. And then on the isometric, highlight it, double click it, and then change the scale to 1/2. Make sure that the shaded button is clicked and click OK. Now let's move this down a little bit over here. Okay, and then go to Annotate and start placing the dimensions that you see from my technical drawing. The ones that might give you a little bit of problem are the angled degree dimensions. So they're pretty straightforward. All you have to do is click dimension, click on one of the horizontal lines, and then click on the angled line, and then your angle will appear. See that? So you just click on the whatever horizontal line is there, and then the angled line, and you should get, let's try that again. Click here, there it is. Okay, let's go back to my technical drawing. So let me zoom in here. Okay, so things that you should notice from my technical drawing that should be on yours. The center lines. Look at that center line. That center line was the default. I actually didn't change anything about it, and I think it looks nice. Same with the center mark on the hole. There is a specific dimension on the hole here, which I'm going to show you now on Inventor. So click center mark. Go ahead and click at the circle so it makes the center mark. Then click dimension. Click the circle, and then put the dimension out here past the part and click. It should set it there. Now notice it says 0.63. We don't want that. We want to then tap escape a couple times. I'm going to right click on that and click edit dimension style. And we want to uncheck these trailing zeros, change the precision to 3.123. Then click text, click on this one to make it horizontal, and click your note text, save the edits, make sure you change it to Technic, and your height is in the 1.1 inch. Save and close, and then that's the correct dimension, but we need to add something. We need to add that little symbol that says it's only going down by 1.25. So tap escape a couple times, hover over the number, and double click. It's going to bring you up the edit dimension text box. You're just going to click right here and press enter so that you go underneath the dimension. And then right here's the symbol. It says depth. Click that one time and you'll see it appear, and then type 1.25 and then click OK. And you'll see it'll match my dimension styles here. Once you have all your dimensions on your front view and side view, like this, exactly like this, make sure you include your parts list. And I want you to get in the habit of making your parts list in this order: density, mass, material, volume. And then you've already copied the density. If you follow that step, you can just insert it into your parts list. Don't forget to update your iProperties to say designed by your name, the title, and whatever date you actually worked on this. So hopefully you have learned now how to do angled surfaces and also do some extra special note text when it comes to the depth of a hole. If you get stuck or need help, ask a friend before you ask Mr. Cruz, just to check in and see if you're all doing it the proper ways. Otherwise, good luck on exercise 5-12.